Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a fun review on a Nolan movie. But what Nolan movie is it? But also, of course, as usual, I have a returning friend, MMA King Chris Jr.
What's up, guys? Where is she? Wait, that's too far. Never mind. Hold on.
Oh, hell nah, get that shit out of here. Nah, I'm joking. As you can see, the beautiful black man from Texan has returned, as you can see. But yeah, so this is obviously, I forgot to mention in the last video, I done a tier list video, but as you can tell, this is a bit of a different setup because sadly, rest in peace, gaming laptop that lasted about 2 to 3 years. Unfortunately, I think something in it has died. It won't switch back on, and now I'm back to using my old original PC, which I'm actually quite happy I'm using again because, you know, it's coming in a lot of handy. And also, hey, I can still do the videos, and that's what the most important part is. So, other than that, let's get straight into this video and start talking about Batman Begins. So, the opening of this movie, not gonna lie, boring as fuck. Just gonna be 100%
Wow.
boring as fuck.
Wow.
It
Wow.
takes
Okay.
way too long to get into the movie. Like, as much as I love this movie, this is one of my, like, I would probably say this is my favorite, or sit close. Like, this and The Dark Knight is up there in the same sort of level. But
Oh, okay.
for me, rewatching it, I was like, can we just get to the point where like he trains with Ra's al Ghul and things? Like, I got so fucking bored. I don't care about him stealing stuff because one of the things that
Really?
I remember seeing someone else point out is that there's a difference between living that lifestyle and then putting yourself through that lifestyle, like how Bruce did. Bruce is still going back to his big mansion. He doesn't have to live like that every single day of his life, even though that he lived like it for a bit. He still doesn't understand what it's truly like to live like that because well, he goes back to being Bruce Wayne. Also, on top of that, I just got bored. Like, 9 times out of 10, I didn't care what was happening. Like, I was like, oh, kill, he's here now. Oh, kill, he's in jail. Sweet, sweet. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was a good opening for a beginning of a movie, considering, you know, if you don't know the lore, yeah, it's good. But if you're someone like me that goes in this and we know the backstory of Batman, you get kind of bored and like, it drags on a little bit. You know, it's just, I just want to be honest with these reviews, man. Like, that's why I'm being honest with it. It's just like, I was just like, can you shut the fuck up, Bruce, and just hurry up and get trained or start training? So then, like in the middle of this movie, it picks up so much more quicker. And I love that because when it comes to the beginning part, I'm just like, for fuck's sake, Bruce, hurry up, man. Obviously, then also you've got all the shit with Rachel as well, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck about Rachel. Like, she's one of the most boring love interests in like all of Batman cinema history. She's so fucking boring and dull. Like, legit, think about it, right? He spends like 2 movies going, "Where's Rachel? Where is she?" And it's like she does fuck all. Other than goes, oh, tells him one like some stupid shitty live laugh love quote, and then he's like, "I apply that to being Batman." Other than that, what the fuck's she there for? Tell me, because she doesn't do nothing. Other than, well, sorry, she gets kidnapped like most fucking love interests do, you know, the stereotypical trope. But like, compared to like other love interests like Catwoman or, you know, like Selena or like, you know, like even in some of the older ones like Poison Ivy and stuff, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Rachel, on the other hand, is just some random woman that he grew up with who's trying to take down the patriarchal system. Shut the fuck up. No. Like, this shit's 2000 and like what, 7? Fuck that shit out of here. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so the beginning part is just introducing like, though, like the standout thing of here is Michael Caine's fucking Alfred. Like, oh, hi, Bruce. Like, he'd done so much more for Bruce, and Bruce is just an ungrateful little shit at the beginning of this film for a bit, and then he becomes grateful more near the end. But like, what the fuck? The beginning part of this movie was so boring. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still always have a special place for this movie in my heart. But like, so slow. Like, it's like watching a tortoise race. Like, you're just sitting there, like, hey, come on, get to it. And obviously, Raish as well. Like, he's cool. Like, when you finally get to meet him. But like, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're like 20, like 10, 50, maybe 20 minutes into the movie before he shows up in a jail cell. Being like, oh, I'm so dark and mysterious. And it's like, all right, okay, just get to the point.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, we're coming in hot.
Oh, we're coming in hot, man. Well, welcome back, people. Like we've been on a little hiatus, but we're back, right? We're back. We're here. So how I feel about this movie, the beginning, I thought it was rather okay because if you know the business side of why this movie is what it is because they saw our like guilty pleasure movie of Batman and Robin, like the franchise. Let's just say the franchise went on a hiatus. No one didn't want to mess with Batman for a while, so like when they brought him back with Christian Bale's Batman, and gosh, this is going to be a long trilogy because boy, we might do some hot takes on this trilogy.
I'm
But
definitely doing hot takes. I do not give a crap. I'm coming for all you.
so like if you know, this is a rededication to Batman. This is like, okay, the origin story. I thought the origin story was pretty okay for what it was. We actually saw Bruce's parents getting shot in the alley. You guys already know the origin story of why he
and he gets attacked by bats.
Yeah. As far as him being guilty of being rich, it's whatever.
He's a rich white man. Shut the fuck up. We know. We're not dumb. We see it.
It's like, I mean, he still goes back to the mansion, man. He doesn't know what it's like to be actually poor. I mean, come on, man. Look, that's like me. That's like me, like, because I live a pretty okay lifestyle or whatever. I'm okay financially or whatever. But that's just like me telling the poor guy, man. I know how it feels, man. I really know how it feels. Really? Do I really know how it feels?
You want to know what the best example is, because somebody's going to fucking point out in the comment section, right? That's like me going to Danny going, I know your pain, bro. I know your pain. Ironically, I'm Scottish, so I'm actually closer to more like than most white people, but beyond the fucking point, right? I know how to come across. So I'm going to point that out there. Because logically speaking, if you actually look at Scottish history, it's very screwed up. But obviously, we're not ready for that conversation. But that's like me saying, Danny, I understand your struggle. In a sense, I do, but at the same time, I don't. So you can't. So like, that's what Bruce is essentially doing.
Pretty much that. It's pretty much that. It's like either a white, like a Scottish white guy coming to a black man, like talking about like I know your struggle, and like vice versa. It's like, it's two different histories, but we pretty much could be cousins. But you get the point or whatever. But I mean,
guy trying to talk to like an American like black guy, I would say it's probably more like it because like, oh, I understand how you feel, bitch. No, you don't. You're sitting there at your Dairy Queen eating your shitty food. Fuck off.
But yeah, overall, like I thought the intro was pretty good. It's just a rededication to Batman. So the comic book side of me is saying like, okay, Christopher Nolan, all right, we're here. Let's get this thing started. Of course, my boy William Neeson, aka the GOAT, Mr. Qui-Gon himself, is Ra's al Ghul. Okay, so just like I was saying in the first of when we were talking about Batman with the race swap stuff. Okay, this is one of them instances where it's a race swap done
correctly,
pretty damn good, pretty damn good. Like I'm not gonna even much lie. Like I said, I personally don't like it, but if you do a great job, I can like look past it. I can look past it or whatever. Like, and Willie Neeson killed it as Ra's al Ghul. He felt like Ra's al Ghul, and I guess we're getting to the introduction of us getting back to our favorite thing called Batman.
Yeah, so like the thing that I liked about Liam Neeson as well is that even though it was a race swap character, he still felt like the character. He was believable as a character, and it's one of those things. It's like the thing that I did find funny though is like I don't understand why they did this. Like like if anybody's smart enough, you could tell who Ra's al Ghul was. But in the beginning of this movie, they're like trying to pretend it's some like Asian dude, and it's like everybody knows that it's not Ra's, and like Ra's is the guy that recruited him. But like if you don't have the knowledge, I would have found that funny. They're sitting there thinking there's some random Asian dude is actually Ra's al Ghul, and you're like, no. So this is when you get to like the sort of ninja training, and it's like, oh, look at me, I'm so cool, and obviously, you know, they're doing all these mad lessons, and it's like Ra's is brutal in these scenes, man. Like some of the stuff he does.
Yeah.
But one of the things I did like is that from the offset, that it showed you that Batman was already better than Ra's from a early on point. Like he's only been training for presumably a few years at this point. And this dude can already hide from Ra's. Like Ra's couldn't find him, and he then was able to sneak attack Ra's. And that's what I liked about this movie, is that it showed you the actual dynamic. Where what I love in a lot of Batman media is that, like, for example, my main boy Dick points out to Damian when he first meets him, like, oh, your granddad might have trained you, but my dad bet him. And it's like, or our dad bet him. And it's like, yes. So it's already establishing this. Also, before he actually went away, he did go to talk. Was it? No, I can't remember if it's just. No, it's when he just cuts back. So we'll get into that. But see, for me, like the training scenes and all that were amazing and things, and then obviously he throws down with the League of Shadows, which is funny because you know one thing that I found funny, other than Talia and like Bane, like where the fuck did those guys go? Like they weren't in the Dark Knight, and then the Dark Knight Rises, like they definitely weren't League of Shadow people.
Yeah,
like, there was two. Technically two. Which also we will get on to that when we get to that movie, because that makes anyway. But like this is what I'm saying. It's like it was done right. The fighting scenes were badass. I still don't really understand the reason why like Bruce still saved Ra's. Like it made no sense. It's like, oh, you were nice to me, so I'm just gonna save you, but I'm just gonna like. That's another thing. Like, can we stop speaking about that? Technically, he killed a bunch of people there because he set them on fire. Like
Batman doesn't kill right. So that's what I'm just saying. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta ask you something. This is so for all the people that were giving Ben Affleck a hard time. I'm just saying that you like Christian Bale.
The dude was straight up fucking setting people on fire. Like legitimate, and like two people survived. Two people, and it's like
I just noticed that. Like I literally just noticed that. I literally just know.
I like noticed the Asian dude shows up and then Ra's, but it's like, are you just supposed to assume the rest of them made it? Hell no, they got burned. Some of them were getting trapped under the fire.
Yeah. Now you think about it, Bruce and Ra's were the only ones that survived the accident. So yeah, he did kill some people. Like Batman never kills. Really? Like you look at every Batman movie. You look at every single Batman movie. Like, I disagree with that. Batman kills pretty much almost every like every
series. Like the only ones that he hasn't done is the Batman. But even at that, you could question that because some of the beatings he's given them, he's probably put them in a wheelchair. But like that's what I'm saying. It's like it's so funny. It's like they can't get the one simple rule right. It's like Batman doesn't kill, and they're just like and it's like, dude, no, that is not the Batman. Like Batman's not going around setting people on fire.
Like Batman's not going around like setting people on fire or shooting people in the head or like curve stopping people. Like
to be fair, Scarecrow got him back for that.
True that. When we get to that part, which I'm going to save for a hot take later on when we get to that part. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
so obviously going on from there, like. It's just basically Bruce going back home now. He saved Ra's from the fire pits. He's going home, and then he does the whole "I'm too badass." Shows up at Tony Falcone's, and basically just gets chucked the fuck out.
Yeah,
he walked in there like, "I own this place," and he's just like, "No, you don't, bitch. Back
no,
out."
you don't." Yeah.
And then
but like to be. Oh, go ahead.
To be fair, one of the vital parts of this is that it's trying to explain that he still has people to lose, like Alfred and Rachel. Yes, that woman again. Oh, the funny thing for me is like it's just a girl from Dawson's Creek, but like within the next movie, it's not the girl from Dawson's Creek. So yeah.
Yeah, Katie Holmes was pretty fine though. Like it was kind of like a downgrade.
Back in the day, yeah, definitely fine. But like, she makes no sense being here. Like, there's never been.
Yeah.
Like, if it sounds like an episode of Friends, it's like instead of Ross, it's Bruce. It's like, what the fuck? Like, think about it. It came out of nowhere. It's like every single comic book, there's never been a single woman called fucking Rachel ever, and she's just showing up out of the blue.
I think this is
just from like a childhood. It's like, who is this woman?
I think this is just Christopher Nolan and his ego. Like he doesn't. He. It's kind of like I don't read comic books, but I'm just gonna like do it my way. And if you don't like it my way, then you know.
Yeah. See, that's.
I mean,
I was actually talking about earlier. Funnily enough, is that I'm getting sick and tired of people using this excuse. Oh, but it's my rendition of the character. I don't give a damn. It's a shit rendition. Like, stop. I don't care. Like that's like me drawing Danny but well, I don't care, it's my rendition. If it's shit, it's shit. Yeah.
I was gonna tell you like that conversation that he was having with Tony Van Falcone or Falcone. Falcone or whatever, Coney Island, whatever, and everything.
You need to make up their mind because it's sometimes Falcone and then other times it's Falcone. Like what one is it?
Yeah. Falcone, he was basically he kind of just gave Bruce that father-son talk in a weird gangster way or whatever. He's basically just saying like, listen, man, I can kill you right now. I mean, not that word. Pass away you anytime that you want to or whatever. The thing is, I don't care about anybody, but you do. So that's the difference between me and you. So FYI, if you're gonna come at me, that's fine. Just know that I know about your butler, and I know about Rachel, and I know about everybody in your employees at Wayne. At the Wayne Corporation. So
Lucius.
Yeah, he knows everything about him. So
you know, obviously Bruce comes back and he's like, I don't care about the businesses, and Alfred's like, you've got to care about the businesses because some weird corporate guy is trying to take it over, and that's a plot point that we'll get back to later on. I don't give a shit.
Doesn't he look like Jerry Springer?
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks like if Jerry Springer was actually an asshole. But yeah. So obviously, like Michael Caine as Alfred, I'm not gonna lie, was just like the perfect shout ever. Like he's just like the best Alfred, I would say. Like I see, that's the thing. I swap between all three of the Alfreds because they're all so good. It's like it's hard to pick.
Every Alfred is good. Yeah, all the Alfreds are good because like I love the one from 89 to like 97. I like Jeremy Irons' Alfred. I like Caine's Alfred. I love what's his name? Andy Serkis's Alfred. You know, there's never been a bad one, by the way. It's just like they all been good. Even the 1966 one was cool and everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like for me, it's like Bruce obviously at this point is still getting back. Also, let's just be honest. How badass was it seeing Lucius Fox be fucking Morgan Freeman? That's like one of the only things I love.
Yeah.
Like legit, it's like they got the coolest black man in the world to play Lucius Fox, and I'm like,
they got God to do it.
Technically speaking, he's too cool to be Lucius. Like he's supposed to be a bit nerdy and wear specs, but I'll accept it because he killed it. But
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like he comes into the mostly Wayne Enterprises and he's like, oh,
Mr. Wayne.
And he's just like, Mr. Wayne, and I was like, Mr. Wayne? I can't even do the Morgan Freeman voice anymore. I used to be able to. But that's when I met a new friend. You know, but like that's the thing. It's like he comes in, he's like, oh, so what's this military high tech stuff? That's the one thing I don't like about this Nolan Batman. Is like I know that's why I like it. I hate the military gear. Like obviously some of it makes sense. But you see this whole like weird like Thomas Wayne secretly creating weapons. It doesn't make his dad look all too good, especially because you know he's meant to be like the best man in the world and like he never created that tech. It was Bruce that created that tech. So the fact that his dad was like put in that sort of position, I didn't like, because like that's not Thomas Wayne's character. But you know, I'll accept it for a realistic more take. But that's the other thing. I hate this whole fucking, oh, it's grounded in reality. Yeah, in reality, shit. That's why I don't want my movies grounded in reality all the time. Some of them, yes. But let's be honest. If we were to see a guy running about in a bat costume in real life, do you think he'd be taken fucking seriously? Or be feared by the many of Gotham? Fuck no! So, so why the hell are we trying to make Batman realistic? It makes no sense. He fights a man made of clay, and a guy dressed up as a fucking clown. His biggest foe is Ronald McDonald. And we think somebody can take this realistically real in a real setting. No! So can we please stop doing this?
See, and I think that's where the thing is, where like, okay, I just never been a big Christian Bale Batman fan. I mean, I said I know I can hear it right now. Everybody boo this man, boo him. Like, yes, I understand.
Maybe all you want is the truth, and you know it.
Listen, okay, I get it. It's Nolan. He's amazing. He's a great director, but it was just for me, and this is just for me. Like, I love the Dark Knight series, but I love it for different reasons. It's not really because of Batman. And when we get to that part, when we start talking about why and why not we like Christian Bale as Batman, it's just like I said. It's too much grounded into reality to where, like, okay, like, what made Batman special is stuff that me as a normal human being could not do. But he does it because he's a normal human being. In these movies, half the stuff that Batman is
superhero. You know, like, it might not be super, but he's super human. Like,
yeah, I'm like, when I'm watching the Nolan trilogy, I'm just like, I can actually do that. I literally can actually do that. If I get enough training under my belt, I can be Batman, bro. I'm just saying, like, you know, yeah, but
like, I get it. It's the whole point. It's like, oh, anyone could be Batman, but like, no. Like that. Like, one of the things like I loved about when we see him getting this outfit is like he flies with a suit for the first time. It's like, motherfucker, no one can do that with a fucking cape. Doesn't matter what the cape's made of. Like, maybe there is some sort of technology, like wingsuit style. That's why I like the Batman. It's like, at least if they're gonna go the realistic route, do it that way. But like, dude, I swear to God, like, some of the issues I have with this version of Batman, like, let's get into that because it will be fun. Because let's spice it up a bit. I want to spice it up and change the formula a wee bit. Because, like, for me, for example, this Smoker Coffer's voice wasn't in this movie. Like, it's in it for one scene, and that's where are the drugs going, and that's it. But other than that, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what the hell happened? It's like, it started off quite well in this movie, and then The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, oh my God, it's like legit, like, it's like the reverse of being kicked in the balls. I don't know how best to put it. It's like it's just so weirdly Batman voiced, and then on top of that, it's like he's getting set on fire and shit, and it's like I thought, like, what the fuck? And also,
I mean,
oh my God, like this is the best costume probably, like, out of the costumes that he's got. This is probably the closest one to the actual bat suit. The rest of them become too tactical for me. And then also on top of that, it's just like, I fucking hate the Batmobile in this movie. I absolutely hate Nolan's Batmobile. Why the hell is it an armored tank that looks funny?
See, I like the tank, but believe it or not, I actually like the tank. He's like, nah.
I would gladly take the 1980s fucking, like, car in this movie. Like, I don't care. I hate this version of the Batmobile. Like, that's the thing. It's like, even in the Batman, like, I had a better version of the car. Like, it looked more just like a Dodge Challenger, and it looked more like an actual believable rich man car. There's no rich man running about in a tank. Especially a specialized tank. Also, like, I get it. It's like, somehow, like, the front of the tank becomes the motorbike as well. Like, fuck no. The Batcycle is a completely separate thing.
Well, the thing was, like Nolan, Nolan didn't even want the Batmobile in the movie, but the studio told him like, dog, you gotta have the Batmobile in there, man. It's
Yeah, so
Batman,
because he
right?
didn't want it, it made it shit, and it was fucking horrific. Like that Batmobile just sucks, in my opinion. Like it doesn't have any sort of resemblance to anything with a bat. Like even at least the original one had a bat shape or bat wing shapes. Like and then in the Batman, it had the same sort of thing. Where this one, it legit is just a robotic tank. It looks like it should have been on Robot Wars. No fucking Batman. All the gadgets.
I mean,
like also, he gets to shoot out of it. That's killing again. It's legit in it.
I'm just saying this, man. Like, I get it. It's to some people, this is their first Batman, and I get it. You know, I've seen. Like, the thing is, for me, like, I'm like 30 something years old. By the time I got to see this Batman, like, I had like four different versions of Batman. I had Keaton. I mean, no, I had five. I had Wes, Keaton, Conroy, Kilmer, and Clooney. So by the time I got to Christian Bale, it's like, all right, man, you gotta show me something new.
Kevin Conroy as well.
Yeah, that's what I said, Conroy. That's like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's the same for me. It's like I'm in the 2000s, but I grew up in that weird era of like you had 80s, like 70s, 80s, 90s reruns, as well as all the cool shit from 2000s, and then the good part of the beginning of the 2010s, and then it all went to shit. So I got all of those Batmans. Like he wasn't my first Batman. Like
yeah,
I can't even remember the first Batman cartoon I even watched. It probably was the animated series, and it, like stuff like the Teen Titans and things. And I love stuff like that. But like I've been a Robin fanboy from like day one. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like even my boss said it.
yeah.
like I know my Batman. So like by the time I saw this one, like as a kid, obviously I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. It's Batman. But now, especially even then though, like I still had issues with it, like the Coffer's voice, and like I was like, this isn't Batman. Like what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, because like the thing was, it's like in the first Batman Begins Batman, if he didn't have the copper lung voice for like the rest of the Batman movies, I can like it a little bit more. Like I wouldn't like dislike him as much or whatever. But it's just the fact of I don't like the voice is just like I can't get behind it. It takes me out of the movie, and therefore I just don't care about the movie anymore. So that's just me.
Yeah, no, see, I'm the same. Like that's the thing. Like a lot of these movies, you go for it for the villains. Like it's just a fact. Like Ra's al Ghul in this movie was badass. See, that's the thing. Like the thing that upsets me about this movie is like so much happens in it, but like it's when it gets to the middle and like the end is when it actually gets interesting, like properly fun. It's like we start to see like Bruce become Batman, and we have what's his name again? No, Harvey Bullock. We get scenes with him and find out he's a dirty cop and things. Oh, so that's the guy from Sons of Anarchy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
which I find funny.
I think so.
Because, I can't unsee that when I watch Batman. So I'm just like, yo, dude, like in real life, like I'm sorry, he'd get a cap in his ass by the guy that he's picking up, hanging upside down because he's in a biker gang. But I know it's like a different character and things. Commissioner Gordon, he's killing this movie. Like to be honest, like it's still establishing, and this is what I'm saying. I think they established the relationship in the Batman a lot better than they did in this movie. Like that definitely got confirmed when I watched this because it's slowly built in this, but like at the same time, it's sort of just shoehorned in there last minute. Like it's just like, oh yeah, we're friends now. Okay, cool. Like they help each other out, but it's not got as many layers as it did in the Batman. It was just sort of like. Yeah, like maybe obviously the Dark Knight gets flushed out a bit more, but like in this movie, it was quite sort of on the back burner.
Yeah, so for me, I think they did it like the right way. It's like it's little by little, we're not rushing into this. It's like it's basically just the first movie or whatever. Like it's kind of like a speed up of Batman Year One. If you want to be 100, if you just want to try to be 100, it's like. This is Year One Batman, but like yet he's like so cold at this already. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just another thing. It's like it's an origin story, but it's so rushed. If
Yeah.
you catch my drift, it's like, so is this supposed to be year one Batman, or is this like Batman's like already?
Yeah. To be fair,
You
it is
get,
Batman Year One, but it doesn't make sense because there's like how many years in between it with all the training and stuff, and then it's like his first year being Batman, but like he's already perfected how to glide and hide in the shadows with a fucking bat suit. It makes no sense.
yeah. See, like I would have rather they would have showed it just if I was to change it up a little bit more, I kind of would have just have Batman already established, but then like do flashbacks of his training while he's doing
Yeah.
crime. So that way we don't know if this is year one, but you just basically just told us it's year one and he's already like cold at everything that he's doing. So that's why it kind of just takes the thrill out of it too, for me at least, or whatever. It's like, okay, like there's no stakes to this Batman or whatever, but whatever,
There wasn't really any stakes until near the end. Like the people he was fighting up and going against. Don't get me wrong, Scarecrow was fucking badass in this movie. I actually think that they done Scarecrow really well in this movie, and also
Cillianmurphy.
Yes, the guy that should have been Batman. Sorry, well.
Whoa!
I'm just being honest. Like watching, like seeing the behind the scenes stuff. Like he killed the Batman voice, and like yeah, you could be like he's not a believable Bruce Wayne. He could have bulked up, man. Like fucking, dude. I swear to hell, like this happens a lot. We always get snuffed. Like Robert Patterson, he's one of the best choices, I think. But like at the beginning, he's like, "Oh, that's Twilight. Why is he?" It's like, shut up, man. And it's the same with Christian Bale. It's like everybody at first wasn't a big fan of the idea until they saw this movie. So ironically, you can fucking hate him all you want, but you didn't even like him at first either. So,
yeah.
Oh my god, it's like Jason Todd all over again. Maybe he should have played Jason Todd. Oh,
yeah. See, with me, like when I saw, and this is where the controversy is gonna happen because I already know. Yeah, Cillianmurphy's better. I'm sorry, like
nah, he's definitely. If I was Nolan, I would have chose him. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bale, but like Bale's Batman just now compared to Killian's. Killian's actually voice was just deepened. It wasn't this fucking like Killian actually deepened his voice where Christian Bale was going for death metal band, and I should know I'm an ex-goth.
Yeah, because like when you hear him when he's saying like when you hear Christian Bale saying "Where's the bombs?" It's like okay, it's a little cheesy and everything. When Killian does it, he says "Where's the bombs?" Like like that's like I like that and everything. I like that. That just reminds me of like Kevin Conroy. Hell, it even reminds me of Val Kipner and everything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're
supposed to deepen your voice slightly, not to the point where it sounds like you have a smoker's cough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, and this is just me, I think Val Kipner and Robert Pattinson got the Batman voice, and of course, Kevin Conroy. I think those three got the perfect Batman voice. That's just me.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that, to be honest. Like Michael Keaton doesn't so much. I don't care if Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton sounds like Michael Keating.
Yeah. And then it's the same. Like George Clooney is not even in this fucking conversation. He can go away. But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's one of those things. It's like because of Cillian Murphy, Scarecrow is one of the most formidable villains, and he's just a side character. And the best it is, he pops up for this entire trilogy. And he's still one of the most formidable foes. You're still like, oh shit, he's still here, damn. Where Tony Falcone, not so much, because well, in this continuity, our main man Scarecrow made him basically go batshit insane. But is what it is. Also, that's one thing I didn't like about this version of the Scarecrow. Why the fuck's he working with the League of Shadows?
Now you think about it, like I know now that you pointed it out, why is he working with the League of Shadows?
I love the Scarecrow character, and I know he does a lot of team-ups, especially because they've made him a cheesy, campy character again these days. He's not as scary or formidable in the cartoons. Now he's just a laughingstock that always is like a laughable lackey. But this is a movie that are taking him seriously, and for some strange reason, he's just working with the League. Like, I get it, they're trying to entangle the criminal underworld, but, like, I'm sick and tired of seeing that. Like, even by this point, I was sick and tired of seeing that. So, the fact that Scarecrow's working with, like, the League is the only issue I have with the Scarecrow character. Other than that, he's perfect. Like, if I could have Cillian Murphy return and the Batman, like the Batman 2 or whatever, to play Scarecrow, I'd fucking do it. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if it
Yeah.
breaks like canon events. I like him that much that I would not bother me in the slightest.
Yeah, I would love him to reprise his role as Scarecrow. That's like he was chef's kiss, man. Like honestly, I tell like now that we saw like Cillian as Batman, honestly, I could see Christian Bale being a good Scarecrow because like he has
Yep.
the voice to do it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I think they got to. I think they need to switch these two to be honest. But I get it. That Nolan is looking out for Christian Bale because that's his boy because they did American Psycho with each other. So you already know you kind of read it for him or whatever. So you know it happens in Hollywood. It's perfectly fine. Like I don't have a problem with that. But if you're asking me who is better, I have to go with Killing. Like Kill, and also I got to give Christopher Nolan his props on this. With Scarecrow's plot, like he took an episode of Batman the Animated Series and put it as the main plot. So I have to salute him on that. On that. Like he's contaminating the water.
As much as people would hate to hear me say this, and it's sadly but true, who went on to have a better career after this movie? Christian Bale or Cillian Murphy? Because I'm pretty sure Cillian Murphy has had a lot more hits in the past few years, even with TV shows, than Christian Bale has. He was big within the 90s. He was big within the early 2000s. But let's be honest, the other movie that he was in for Marvel, did that do so well? Not so much.
I have no compliment on that.
I don't give a shit. Let's just be honest. Cillian Murphy has had the better career after these movies as well. So it's kind of just solidifying the point. Let's get into the end of this now, because like we've talked about a good majority of it. The ending was really cool. Like, you know, Batman's finally established, and you know he's going after Ra's al Ghul because for some reason he's trying to poison everybody with the fear toxin to like put the fear in Gotham and have like everybody run mental and destroy themselves. Because when cities became like this, you know, like they get sent at, like the League of Shadows and Ra's get sent in to cleanse the world. And it's sort of like it's funny. It's always somebody with a god complex, like, you know, that does these sort of things. And that's what I love about Ra's. Is like he's like genuinely got a god complex because of the Lazarus pit. See, that's the one thing I wish they sort of introduced in this though, but they didn't. Is like they could have used the Lazarus pit in a lot of ways, but they didn't. So that's the only downside of it going realistic. The ending fight was badass, and obviously, the way Batman uses his intellect, was really good. This is what I'm saying. This is one of the movies that, as much as I love it, it's like there was no detective work in it whatsoever. Like it's just a sort of like, I'm here. I know I'm here. It was more of an action movie than like a Batman movie, and that's the only.
It's a Nolan movie. It's a Nolan movie.
Because like the Batman put so much emphasis on that, and that's what I love about the Batman. But this movie is the opposite. They put so much emphasis on his beginning, really, and then putting too much shit upon Rachel, because like that's another thing. Like this entire movie, Rachel's just trying to get saved. Like it's just like, oh no, Rachel's nearly going to get this, and Rachel's gonna. It's like, why do you care about this woman so much? Like the worst part is she doesn't get flushed out all too well either. She's just there for like 5 minutes of like kid screen time, and then she takes up more as an adult, but she doesn't really do anything other than be like, I want to take down all the corrupt police. And then Gordon's like, I want to take down all the corrupt police. It's like, kill.
Cool story. Don't care. Like,
but the end of the movie was really good. I would still give it like a solid 9 out of 10. Like for like a Batman movie, like the Batman, I'd probably give a 9.5. Like redoing it, because I'm pretty sure I gave that a 9. But I'll give but this is a solid 9 Batman movie. Like, yeah, some of the shit boring and slow. Yep, don't get me wrong. Is the Rachel stuff kind of annoying? Yes, but the rest of it is really good. Like, really good. Like, it could be better, but it could be worse. What about yourself, Dana?
For me, like Batman Begins, like I like it or whatever, but like it's not something that like, you know, I will watch all the time or whatever. Like I like it or whatever. I like it way better than Dark Knight Rises, because Dark Knight Rises is a horrible movie. It's not a good Batman movie. I'm dying on that hill, Jacob. Okay, we like when we get there. Okay, like, No, for Batman Begins, I enjoy it for what it is. Like, I think for this one, I like Batman Begins. It just reduces it. I mean, it brings us right back to the Batman origin. Like, because once again, we like a guilty pleasure of Batman and Robin or whatever, and ruin the franchise. So, 15 years later, for me, I give this like a good origin story. I say it's a 8.5, like 9, like 8.5 on a bad day, 9 on a good day. As a Batman movie, 8.5 or whatever. Like it's just a
as a
slight.
Batman movie, because of Scarecrow, it's like an 8.5. But if Scarecrow wasn't in this movie in Raish, it would be a lot lower for me. But because of those
Yeah. If it,
that's the reason why they're high.
yeah, I was gonna say if there was like if the villains weren't keeping the movie interesting, then it will be like really like it would be really low. Like I'll give it like a 7 if the villains weren't there or whatever. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not bad. It's not bad or whatever, but
it's not amazing either.
it's not amazing
Anyway,
either.
it's time to start wrapping this video up, but before we go, there's always a post credit. So, next video, we will be returning to Gotham City, but this time there'll be a little clown showing up.
Why so serious?
So, I have been Kanan Wilf. That has been MMA King Chris Jr. And we shall see you within the next video.
Peace out, guys. Subscribe.